in this study, there were subjects who were followed but not given treatment that was known to be effective. This happened over decades' time. Not only that, not surprisingly, these subjects never gave their informed consent to participate in this study. They didn't know what was really going on.
Documents reveal that from the end of World War II through the Cold War, hidden under a veil of secrecy, the U.S. government performed military tests on large populations. In the late 40s and early 50s, patients were injected with a radioactive substance while in their hospital bed. Soldiers were exposed to radiation to test their performance in a nuclear war. In the 1950s, the Army released bacteria and chemicals at sea, in the air, and underground.
The experiments that Milgram and others conducted were controversial and, for ethical reasons, may never be conducted again. Yet the results of those experiments remain groundbreaking, profoundly revealing about the tensions between the individual and society, and increasingly relevant to contemporary life.
Parameter explains to you is a word pair test. If he gets each answer correctly, fine, you move on to the next pair. But if he makes a mistake, you are instructed to give him an electric shock, starting with 15 volts. And you increase the shock 1 step on each error.
Incorrect. You'll now get a shock of 105.
I was the first one to be picked up, so they put me in a cell. They locked me in there in this degrading little outfit.
Hey, I don't want anybody left. Violating the rules, I'm under simulation! I gotta go to a doctor, anything. Jesus Christ, I'm burning up inside, don't you know?
I've never screamed so loud in my life. Never been so upset in my life. It was an experience of being out of control.
I just fucking can't take it.
In 1971, Professor Philip Zimbardo and his colleagues conducted an experiment at Stanford University designed to look at how ordinary men might behave if given the role of guards and prisoners. Their research was groundbreaking at the time, but it also raised an enormous number of questions for social psychology. The subject matter, outcomes, and methods are all of continuing interest to contemporary researchers.
The guards now fell into their job. Some of them liked it, some of them disliked it, but it was a job that they did. They gave commands, and now what happened is the prisoners followed them.
You can give me the blankets and sleep on the bed and mattress, or you can keep your blankets and 416 will stay in another day.
They found ways to punish prisoners if they misbehaved.
Let's see if we can count backwards here. Let's try that out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's bad. Hey, I don't want anybody laughing.
It was certainly the case that initially the prisoners did show some signs of disbelief and rebellion about what was happening.
This is unbelievable. They took our clothes.
Hands off the door.
But after a fairly short while, they fell into their roles. They became very submissive and dependent, very powerless, and obviously showed signs of stress and anxiety and depression.
Things had gotten so bad that we no longer had a group of prisoners. What we had were individuals believing they were prisoners, struggling for individual survival, no longer caring about their other prisoners or their other fellow students.